Guys, I have a craving. I have a craving for a tasty, juicy, and most delicious vegan burger patty that is out there, Beyond Meat, but it's everywhere sold out. Here in Dubai, you cannot get your hands on burger patties by Beyond Meat. So let's dive into Beyond Meat Mondays. After you absolutely smash that like button, I will invite you to a small introduction of the overview of today's agenda. Beyond Meat Monday is a series that I love because it's for every single out there who is interested into the stock. This absolutely growth story, which is in the very beginning still, guys. Don't underestimate the potential growth for this. And we will talk about the stock performance over the last couple of days. We will then dive into a more technical analysis of the overall Beyond Meat stock, which maybe answer your question, is it now an interesting price to buy in, or you wait, or you build in, and so on. So this is interesting for you out there who are still on the sidelines. Then we will talk about maybe one of the most important steps for Beyond Meat. The value pack is going on sales today, guys. So this is super important, very impressive to see that step by Beyond Meat. And I want to talk about, we know already that Beyond Meat is going to China, or is already in China. But what about the local competition that knows better the culture, that knows better their people, know better the products that they're eating? This might be a very crucial understanding what's going on there. So fully packed, we are liked and loaded to go. The beauty about Beyond Meat stock is you never know where it's going. And though we had a quite uneventful week, the Beyond Meat stock could actually gain. We started the week at about $141 and people asked me, hey, is it still a great place to buy in or should I wait? And as you can see, the risk is always there. If you wait and wait and wait for a better price, it can be, as this week, that the stock goes up further 11.57%. This is the performance of this week. Overall, you know, the last couple of months, we have about 14.66 percentage points up. And from the lowest point this month, it was about 32% up, guys. So you never know. Think about long term, because long term, you know, you see that the stock from the lows could really gain here almost 200%, guys. And this is not only because everything goes up, it's because growth stocks and innovators are actually growing much faster and better through crises. They're having a business model that can thrive through the future, and people on the stock market and the stock market in general is a tool that looks into the future rather into the past. So it's very interesting that they are keep on growing, you know, with China, with Europe. All of these things that we discussed in the last couple of Beyond Meat Mondays are getting hot. And you can see this increase obviously in the stock price. I would not be wondering if I see this stock somewhere around 200 very soon. But this and much more we see now in the technical analysis, which is, you know, like just, you know, not too deep because I'm not like a technical trader or day trader, but just to understand, you know, where we are, where we could be, where the stock is trending to trade and so on. So just give you a small, you know, appetite. Okay, so you can see here, this is the chart of Beyond Meat, and this is just here selected years to date. So this is the chart from the 1st of January or the 2nd of January until basically the day of recording, which is Sunday, but this is the Friday course. So let's have a look. This is the brilliant, I don't know if you know it, but it's very interesting. Here on Yahoo Finance, you can just draw along those lines. And what I like to really do is here to see, okay, do we see some patterns here? We definitely see here a huge trend that the stock is trending in, which is about exactly this area. So here you can see we fall until mid of March to the very lows here, which was $54 per share. This was an absolutely banger price, guys. So tasty to get Beyond Meat for $54 only. Then we traded a little bit up, then we traded a little bit down, and as you can see, then over time, this is like the trend line where along we are trading. And what I like to do always when I'm seeing this kind of trend, I am putting around the mid of this trend, which is, you know, this is where along of this road we are seeing that things are changing. So for example, here we passed a little bit this trend, and then we went down to the bottom of this trend. Then we stayed a little bit in this trend, went here a little bit up, but then back down again. So, you know, it seems like always when we exit the middle of this trend that we going in the other direction. Here again, we started through this trend, went up for quite a bit then before passing again this line. Here we tried it, here we bounced back off, and then here we went through this trend here in the middle line. So this gave us a little bit downturn. So all in all, if you want to have just one takeaway from that, I believe that, you know, this can, as long as we don't fall under 150 here in the next couple of days, or 52 or something like that, because this line is obviously going further, then we definitely can see higher levels and higher levels and higher levels. This highly depending on the market, obviously. If we break out through this line, then I think maybe the next resistant line will be somewhere here. This is, you see here along this line, we are along this price, we are having now kind of resistance, right? I talked about 100 here, which would be around this level here, which would be another, let's say, supporting. But, you know, these are the lines that you should understand. So it could be that it falls below 150, and then we are actually bouncing back from around 120, 125 levels back up. So everything that you can pick up here would be great, and obviously here in this area, so until 100 would be amazing, and anything below would be absolutely fantastic. But it's all depending. It can now stay here. I will definitely consider if Beyond Meat is falling down, and this is, you know, this is the always the risk when you waiting too much, then you cannot then the probability that it goes further down, like to 100 plus the good company news, then you know, you have to understand that you need to buy at higher prices. I'm not so mad because I built my position, as you know, and if you're following this channel, I built it somewhere around where was it? I think here, what is it, mid of Feb or end of Feb or something like this, which was absolutely fantastic for me. And unfortunately I didn't took the chance to buy on the way down, but I would love to buy a little bit more over here in these levels. However, I'm happy with the position that I have. And now let's have a look into the other news. As of today, we will see a value pack launched by Beyond Meat. 10 patties for $15.99. And you might think, what is the big deal? Well, first of all, I can tell you, in most outlets where you look for this product, it's sold out or not available. Either you look for a very specific outlet that has this or store this or whatsoever, but it's very hard to get, which is a good sign for this company as always. But this move to have a very great value pack gives us two directions. First of all, we see that they want to serve clients that really look for the price point, and this will be even the huge story about this, which will come in a second. But on the other side, you see that, you know, they don't try to rest on their potential positiveness that is around the sales of the product. They want to, go how to challenge it and scale and be more and more available for customers, and that's overpriced, guys. Okay, they need to match or below the real meat price, and we are coming very, very close right now with this value pack that is available in most of the Walmarts. And if you want to try it, it's a great opportunity right now, just $15.99. So 10 patties for each $1.6, which is an overall price of $6.40 for 1 pound of Beyond Meat. Now on the other side, if you're looking into real meat, you are looking somewhere around $5.24, so just about $1.16 away from meeting real meat. This is revolutionary, guys. This is so important. I cannot stress how this is important. This is now a test program, but if this will be super successful like all the tests of Beyond Meat, I can imagine that this will be insane. You will see more and more people eating it, more and more people buying the stock, right? This is also an effect, the marketing effect. If people, trying the product and liking the product, then you will see this Tesla effect where people are saying, wow, I would like to be invested into this stock. I would like to be part of this company. I would like to be part of the successful Beyond Meat stock. And that's why people turning to the stock as well, and the stock just go up and up and up. So a huge opportunity, very, very important step. If this is the only one takeaway from this video for you guys, then I'm super appreciating this. And I'm more appreciating this if you're just hitting the like button and subscribing, ringing the bell if you're new. Let's go to the next one. Now that Beyond Meat want to live the Asian dream in China, the land of Asian and scaling opportunities, this is totally understandable. While they are partnering with Starbucks, partnering with Pizza Hut, with KFC, to give you and the Chinese customer a great experience. But as I feel, they try to enter this opportunity through big outlets, through the brand Beyond Meat, but there is something that they might need to understand. So as Facebook grow into new markets, they had to a little bit change the product or adapt to the culture. So they took local people into the team. They understood, for example, they need to put in the Japan version of Facebook the blood type, right? For the American colleagues, it was something strange, but it was totally normal for the Japanese client for Facebook. And this kind of changes you see, for example, with one of the biggest competition in China for Beyond Meat, which is the following. The company names is Zen Meat, and they are specialized on this Chinese cuisine, which is, for example, a traditional Chinese palate like a plant-based pork tenderloin. Pork is so important for the Chinese people and the Chinese cooking, and also on the other side chicken is also very important. So they have, like, for example, also the plant-based crayfish, which is one of the most popular dishes in China. So as you can see, they are attacking the most eaten product in China, which can be difficult to match for Beyond Meat right now. And I hope that they can localize and individualize for regions, maybe not for every country, but China can be a very big deal for Beyond Meat. So I hope they're working in the behind the scenes already at some products that are tailored to the Chinese customer, because this will be very important to really scale. And because I have seen some reviews that people are interested into products by Beyond Meat, but they are not like crazy about it. Sometimes when it's just a limited edition of something Chinese, customers love it, and you see queues in front of the outlets, but it seems that it's not that great as it looked like. So a little bit of a downturn here for Beyond Meat, but a huge potential.